You ever been in a corn maze? Not the haunted house kind. No chainsaws, no costumes. I mean the real kind. Acres of corn stalks standing 6, 7 feet tall. Dirt paths winding in every direction. The kind of place where sound just disappears. And every row looks exactly like the last. It always starts the same. Families laughing, the smell of popcorn drifting in the breeze. You chase your kids down a path, thinking you'll be out in 20 minutes. But then, the sun dips, the maze grows quiet, and you realize you haven't seen another person in a while. You shout. Hello? No one answers. The wind shifts, and the corn feels alive, like it's listening. In 2011, in Nebraska, a little boy disappeared inside a maze just like that. One moment, steps ahead of his family, the next, gone. People searched for hours, and when they found him, something was wrong. And what he said afterward, that's the part that still keeps his parents awake at night. This is the story of the forgotten child in the corn maze. October 29th, 2011. The Thompson family, Kyle, Maria, their 9-year-old daughter Sadie, and 4-year-old son Eli, arrived at Harper's Hollow Corn Maze, a 20-acre attraction outside Grand Island, Nebraska. They came for cider, pumpkins, fall traditions. The place was packed, dozens of families laughing in the crisp breeze. Eli darted ahead into the maze with Sadie, giggling, vanishing between walls of corn. Kyle and Maria followed, chatting about dinner, trusting the kids to stay close. But within 10 minutes, they couldn't see Eli anymore. They called his name. Eli! No answer. At first they assumed he was hiding, playing a game. But every turn led to more corn, more silence. Panic set in. The staff sprang into action. Walkie-talkies buzzed. Parents joined in. Flashlights cut through the growing dark. Sadie cried. She said she saw him turn into a dead-end path, then nothing, like he vanished. Kyle retraced every step. Maria circled the perimeter, but Eli wasn't hiding. No giggling, no tracks. By 9 p.m., deputies arrived with search dogs. Still, nothing. And then, at 11:47 p.m., a deputy found him, sitting cross-legged in a clearing already searched. Eli was calm, staring at the moon, smiling. They asked where he'd been. He said, "I was with the other boy. He showed me the quiet way." They asked what that meant. Eli tilted his head and whispered, "It's where the corn doesn't talk back, where there's no loud, just the boy and the hush. You stop hearing your name, you stop hearing anything, and then you're just there, with him, in the quiet."
Be quiet.
Kyle felt a chill. Eli's voice, it wasn't quite his. And that phrase, the quiet way, it felt like more than just a path. It felt like a doorway. Later, Maria asked, "Why didn't you stay with the corn boy?" Eli said, "Because I remembered the loud." "The loud?" she asked. "Yeah," Sadie's laugh. "You calling my name."
Eli!
The sound of people. He said if I forgot those, I'd have to stay, like the other kids. Every entrance had cameras, but Eli never appeared on any footage. One camera, near the clearing, flickered, and in that moment, a shape appeared, child-sized, head tilted, listening. And then it was gone. Eli came home, but something had changed. He whispered strange things at night. He said the corn boy still talked to him, said he wanted him to come back. He's just lonely. He drew 2 boys. One looked like Eli, the other faceless. Digging into the past, the Thompsons found a story of a boy, same age as Eli, who vanished but was found on the same farmland in 1964. Playing near the edge of the corn, Then, gone. No signs of struggle, no prints, just endless stalks. The boy's mom said he talked about a boy, a friend in the corn, a boy who never blinked. She called him the corn boy. Locals whispered of children who wandered into the maze and came back different. Some never came back at all. A week later, the family stayed in a hotel miles away from the corn maze. But that night, cameras caught Eli walking, alone, slow, as if following a voice no one else could hear. Then, gone, vanished from view. Hours later, a farmer found him, in a field, miles away. He was calm, quiet, and said, "The corn boy showed me the way again." But then, I told him no, because if I go, I might never come back. He had seen what the corn boy really was, not a friend. A captor, a keeper of the quiet. Eli told Maria there were more kids there. Some were waiting, but some forgot. They forgot the loud. Then he smiled at something behind her. The corn boy still wants me to come back. Eli never talked much about that night again, but every October, he falls silent. They never returned to Harper's Hollow. The maze became memory, a warning. Kyle wonders, what if they'd found Eli a minute later? Would he have forgotten the loud?
Be quiet.
And every fall, as the corn grows tall, the wind returns, and the maze whispers again. Because the quiet doesn't just wait, it watches, it listens, it remembers. And if one day, deep in the maze, the noise fades and something waves to you, will you remember the loud? Or will you join the forgotten children, lost in the maze forever?